Hello, Vivian. How are you today? Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to restart this mission because I was waiting for all the students for about 22 minutes, and it was an unuse of a link, right? For that reason, I'm going to start. Okay. Okay, Vivian, today we're going to talk about our traveling plans, and it's really important to recognize some expectations on some important things that we prepare when we go to visit another place. Maybe another city, another country, right? Okay, can you tell me please about your traveling plans? Great. And what expectations do you have about that travel, that trip? Mhm. Of course. And what do you think is the most important thing to prepare before travel? And would you like to travel with? Who would you like to travel with? Excuse me? I can hear you well. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. And why with them? Yeah, now I can hear you. Yes. Why would you like to travel with them? And not with another person or people. For example, with your friends. Mhm. Of course. That's good. So the lesson goes today is discuss about travel plans, of course, and tell someone about your travel plans, right? Together because there is no another mate, right? Okay, and have you ever planned an international vacation? In this case, have you ever experienced an international vacation? Of course. Mhm. Okay, that's good. Now, can you see my screen? I'm sharing with you my screen right now. Okay, we have a list to things to think about before traveling or while we're traveling, right? We are going to start explaining you, giving you a short introduction for each word or each aspect, right? The first one is sightseeing. Sightseeing is when we go to visit another place, like a visitor, like a tourist, right? For example, if right now I go to United States, I'm going to be a visitor, yes, and it's really important to recognize that I'm not from that place or the region. I'm a visitor, a new visitor of that place. Yes, and I can know a lot of new things in that place. Accommodation is listening. Accommodation is all we need to feel comfortable in another place. Right? Maybe the hotel, restaurants, maybe transportation in this case, right? Like taxi, right? Because if we say local transport or local transportation, we have to think about bus, trains, yes, the other means of transport. The shopping, of course, is one of the most important things for women, I believe, because we're thinking about shopping all the time when we go to visit a new place, right? The food, it's really important to think about the food when we go before we go to visit another place because we don't know what we are going to find there, right? But we can find out all information about food and that culture, right? Beaches, remember that not all places uh, have a beach, but the most of destinations that we prefer have a beach or more, right? International flights, we have to think about money, right? Because moreover, sometimes we usually try to find cheap flights, right? But if it's not a problem, we can find a good, comfortable flight, right? That sponsor. So, memoria is all we can experience in that place. And our last word in this case is museums, and the place a good place to go to visit. Yes, and there are museums everywhere around the world, of course, right? So the question is, can you please classify the items on the list according to their importance to you? You are going to classify these items according to your own opinion. How important are these words or these aspects for you before driving?
Okay.
What will be the first one?
For me, the accommodation.
The
Um,
accommodation.
yeah,
What is the most important thing?
yeah. For me, the accommodation.
Mm-hmm. Why do you prefer
Yeah,
like the first one?
I think.
Yes, accommodation. Why do you prefer accommodation? And
Um,
like your most important thing to think
because
about.
it's just like that I'm going to leave my own things. It's just like that I'm going to rest before after a hard day or a cultural day. So I think that is for us to get a good accommodation, to book something good in a good place. Of course, it's important to in the money
Mm-hmm.
and for example, international flight. Maybe it's important too. Of course, VSIQ, you can go to different places. And the local transport is different too. Mm, what else? Oh, beaches, it's interesting too because of course you are going to rest. You need something different from the city. So beaches is important. Mm, what else? Um, food. Okay, I forgot food. Food. It's
Mm-hmm.
important. No? You have to know different kind of food if you are in an international place. It's interesting to know about different kinds of food, different expectations about different tastes. Sorry, different
Yes,
tastes, and it helps the memorial. So it's nice. And the last thing I just mentioned, I I don't consider with a high importance museums or depends on the place. Because if you are in Paris, there are museums that I would like to go. But at the end of the
exactly.
day,
That's okay. What's next?
in which question? You're asking
And what's next item?
for accommodation?
And no, because we already talked about accommodation. Now, food. What is next?
Oh yes, I already told you accommodation, the local transport, safety, no sorry, international flight, safety, um, beaches, food, memorial, shopping, and museums.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to continue with our second exercise, right? And it's really important to recognize different vocabulary, international vocabulary, when we arrive, because when we arrive at a new place, for example, an international airport, we can find a lot of words, new words, and it's really important to recognize them in order to avoid lost words, right? And if you have a question about the place, you can ask for. But if you don't have idea about the vocabulary, it's really impossible. So, in this case, in this exercise, we have three pictures, three different pictures with three different important places. right? Museum, statue, and memorial. So we are going to listen to the audios, yes, and we are going to try to understand all words that we can find there, right? If you need to repeat it, please tell me, right? I'm going to start. Please tell me if you can hear or not. Can you hear or no?
No, teacher. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Today we visited the Natural History Museum.
Now,
Better.
could you hear?
Better. Better than the first.
Okay. What did you understand from this audio?
Something about the
Excuse me?
museum.
What place it?
The National Institute. Can you repeat
Yes.
that again?
Okay. Now we are going to continue with the second, right?
I'm looking forward to visiting the statue of Christ the Redeemer.
I just read
Did you understand?
something about the statue, and I suppose that it's a statue for
Mm-hmm.
so I don't understand the rest.
The Christ the Redeemer in Rio. Right? Is one of the most important places or famous places in Brazil, of course. Okay, later now. Do you need I repeat any audio at this moment or no?
No, no, I think that the connection was so for a long time, so I get some information, but not before. Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue.
When I was in Bogota, I went to an art exhibition inside the Heroes Memorial.
Did you hear this audio?
Yeah, there were plays here in Bogota.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to repeat it?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay.
When I was in Bogota, I went to an art exhibition inside the Heroes Memorial.
Okay, now you went to art exhibition here in Morelos. Okay.
Yes, Heroes Memorial. This is another place that we can find in honor to important or recognized people uh, several years ago, maybe. Right? In
Yeah.
this case, history. Okay, it was good. And now, Vivian, what do you consider is the most difficult thing when you're trying to listen to in English?
Perfect.
Yes, what do you consider is the most difficult thing to do, or what makes you can't hear or understand in English when you can hear something?
Yeah, just speak over the mouth. And I don't know if you can repeat. I don't understand
I
what
can hear you.
on
I
my.
hear a lot of noises.
Yeah, I don't know the connection today.
Maybe I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Can you repeat it, please?
For me, when I try to understand, probably my weakness is with speech, because someone speaks very fast, the contractions or the language, or if it is not American English, something I'm confused with British or New Zealand or different accents that the English have. No? So sometimes that's not so wrong to read. Doesn't matter if I listen carefully. I get very confused about it.
Yes, you're right. The contractions that native people are using all the time is one of the most important um, things to do or think about to solve when we can establish a conversation with them, right? So it's really important to use the correct word in order to avoid get confused. Yes, we usually feel confused when we're speaking with a native person because it's really difficult to understand contractions, and they're they're using all the time contractions and collocations, right? For the reason our accent, right, our pronunciation and our lexical are really really important when we establish a conversation, right?
And usually some expressions, yes. Let's say
Yes.
the have you heard this or something like that? In a conversation, I get confused because I don't understand what is the meaning of that. We say, well, what kind of thing that
Of
that
course.
is not.
Yes, of course. For that reason, a good way to try to understand them is using a lot of synonyms. Yes, learning a lot of synonyms in order to use another words to express the same expression.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, now we have another listening exercise, and we are going to listen to some short introductions. Yes, it's really important to identify the words and the main idea of this audience, right? We're going to continue using the same way. So we are going to listen to the ideas and recognize them. This is the first one.
I love sightseeing when I'm on holiday.
This is very easy.
Yes, it was very
What did you understand?
yes, girls. You like go to place in holidays.
Yes. Do you like to do sightseeing on holiday?
Yeah, if I can, I do it. I try it. I like I know. Probably learn something different. It's nice. And when I only can here, I like to go to the downtown, go to the museum, and go to different places here in Bogota. And it's nice.
Of course. If we have the opportunity to, it's really important to use it.
Yeah.
Now our second.
My budget for the World Cup is very high. Everything is so expensive.
Now what did you understand?
Well, it was so she was talking about some expensive sites about
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. Very good. Now this is a noun audio.
It's difficult to find accommodation in Barranquilla during Carnival.
The dinner set?
Um, it's difficult to find recommendations in Barranquilla, but I don't know for what.
It was very difficult to find accommodation in Barranquilla while the carnival.
Ah, recommendation. Okay, I understood. A recommendation.
Barranquilla's carnival is one of the most important events in our country. You know.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Now we're going to continue with the last.
I'm planning my trip to the World Cup.
Easy. This is very, very easy. But the dinner scene.
That she found tickets of the flight to the World Cup.
Hmm. Yes, employment trip to the World Cup, another famous event. Okay, okay. Now, what is the idea, Vivi? We are going to choose, or you are going to choose a singular place. Yes, you are going to suppose that you are going to try to that place. So, you are going to describe that place. Why do you go that place? Why do you go to visit that place? And invite, and you are going to invite your friends to that place, right? By while a paragraph, right? You are going to write a paragraph using that information. Yes. Why would you like to visit the place? And describing that place, of course, and inviting another people, friends, family, who you want to visiting that place. Yes, but you are going to use only a paragraph. So I'm gonna give you some minutes to prepare your paragraph. Now you are going to share with me. You are going to share with me your paragraph, right?
Okay. In Word?
Yeah, in Word. And if you want to prepare a PowerPoint document, prepare a presentation with PowerPoint or a Word document, it's okay, right? Don't worry about it.
Can we do places?
Excuse me?
With the museum or the statue or the memorial?
Not necessarily. You are going to choose, for example, you can say, I would like to visit Paris, the Eiffel Tower, and I'm going to describe that place. I'm going to describe that place, and I'm going to give my friends, my family, my boyfriend, I don't know, to that place, right?
Okay.
It's not necessary to choose in a museum, statue, or memorials. No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 6 minutes to prepare your paragraph. If you need more time to do it, please tell me, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Vivian, you can start.
Okay.
Have you finished, Vivian? Do
Well,
you need more time? Have you finished?
but I have some information about the museum. That I
Excuse
like.
me?
I have information about the museum, the one that I like, and others. If someone the advice or the museum was like,
Yes. You can start when you tell, use when you want, right?
okay,
Just
I
tell.
have to share my script.
If you want,
Or no? Um, wait. Can you well,
sometimes I can hear some noises.
I wrote about National Museum. Um, this is the famous museum in Bogota, in the Downtown Museum. This museum is combined different institutions with different objects from our ancestors, some sculptures, paintings, photographs, and archaeological tools. In a regular day, you will have to pay the ticket, but if you go the last Sunday in the month, the ticket is free. Also, you can go to different museums, like Dog Museum, the Paris Museum, Coins, Police, Air Force Museum, and the museums that we want to go. But in the National Museum, it's really interesting because it recovers all the information about the country, and you can visit, you can look for different scenes. And in the downtown, the same thing is interesting, it's really amazing. Also, you can find the planetarium. So in this place, you can go and you can observe the light, the atmosphere, the moon, different constellations, the satellites. So it's an amazing experience, and it's important to know sometimes the history about the place that you are. It's important, and I like a lot this museum, National Museum. So you can start your stay in the National Museum, and then
Mhm. Okay, great. Now, is there anything? Can you hear me?
yeah,
Okay, Viv. Is there anything that you would like to improve from that place?
it it was what teacher?
Is there anything that you would like to improve from that place? Location, path, information. I don't know.
See the information. Okay, the information. Like that when you go when you are in the museum, the first how do you say it? The first living that you can count and you can observe is a big one that there are a lot of paintings about the Independence Day, the slaves, Columbus.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, American Columbus. And his chief. And there are a lot of paintings giving no, interesting one. And there are but when I went, it was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There was a sculpture that the protectors they use and they project them about the printer process to print the newspaper to transmit news to the
Mm-hmm.
past. The pictures like what? And there was an image about ancestor, an Indian, uh, about the use of the capital of the brain and the common and it's like that the native that the Indians use to make different.
Okay, that's great. And we are going to suppose that I'm a foreigner, and I don't know, I don't have idea about how to get to that place. Can you tell me, please, how to get to that place from Mosquera, Cundinamarca, maybe? Excuse me?
Okay. Caliban is first of all, you have to take a bus okay. You have to take a bus Venezuela to Puerto Ochenta? No. Okay, I don't know. Suppose that
Okay.
Puerto Ochenta.
This is the name of that place because we're in Colombia and you can use that word in Spanish.
Yes, but I don't know. I
That's
don't
correct.
remember if it is Puerto Ochenta or Portano.
Yes, that's the
Portano,
first portal leading to Bogota.
Portano Ochenta?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to take a bus from Mosquera to Portano Ochenta. And in Portal Ochenta, you have to take the Transmilenio to the National Museum station. So, okay, give me, I look for the route about it. I suppose that it is that today is it's Sunday. So if you are in the Portal Ochenta, wait a second, please. Portal okay, give me a second, please. Okay, right. You have to go to Portal Ochenta, and in Portal Ochenta, you have to take the Transmilenio code G22, and you have to make another board on Carrera 47. So you
Mhm.
have to go to this station, Carrera 47, and take another Transmilenio called M81, and it's called Museo Nacional, like National Museum. This bus leaves you the station, and you can leave the station, and eventually you have in front of you the National Museum. It's something easy to watch.
Okay, thank you very much. It's clear information about how to get to the place. Okay. Perhaps I wouldn't, I didn't idea about it, but I want to lose from that information. So, and what about the available schedule to visit this place?
That was the what?
About the available schedule to visit this place. Can I visit this place any day, or there are specific days to visit them?
Okay, the Bible days. Yes, you can visit the place that I have from you need to have a schedule on Saturdays. The last Saturday of the month is the day. You just is the night. And but the other days, um, so, for example, tomorrow on Wednesday
Mhm.
it's open from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And okay, the rest of the week is a normal schedule, and Sunday, okay, from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And every Monday is closed. That's why
Oh,
this holiday, every Monday is closed.
okay. And do I have to pay for getting into that place? No.
And yeah, as I told you, um, the last the last Sunday of the month is free. But the other days, example from Thursday from Saturday, yeah, you have to pay the price. I guess it is expensive in here. And when the meeting has temporal expositions, those expositions are free too. And you have to look for the days, the policies, and the connection to the exhibition. So it is free. Um, on a normal day without exhibitions from Tuesday to Saturday, it isn't expensive. Just for adults, it costs 300 pesos,
Mm-hmm.
and for students, 300 pesos, and for kids, 200 pesos, and you have the possibility to go to the different rooms. For example, um, nowadays, nowadays there is you can say this before, a dome. It's called
Mm-hmm.
the Oficina Cafe, and you can go from Tuesday from Fridays, from 10 o'clock to 5 p.m. o'clock. And you can visit the hotel in ground. And that's it. And for some people who have a special condition, we have more than 6 years, the ticket is free. It doesn't matter the day, the ticket it will be free.
Oh, what a great news! Thank you very much. Now I can get the place. Now, after visiting that place, I would like to find a good restaurant to have lunch. Could you recommend me, please, a one?
Yeah, of course. Okay, we are in the downtown. Here, no, near the National Museum. But you have to walk the down 7th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You have to cross the planetario, and you can find different restaurants in Istanbul. The one that is um, the most common is Cocorico. So you can eat chicken, fried
Mm-hmm.
chicken.
Oh,
Uh,
delicious.
yeah. There is another restaurant that I suggest you, El Gato Negro. I think.
Yes.
It's in a second floor. Delicious. And it is too expensive, but I think I know El Gato Negro. Okay, but from the 7th the pedestrians can walk the avenue without charge, and you can find other restaurants that has a good attention and reliable, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. It was very, very good. Thank you very much, Vivi. I believe you're very clear when you're giving any instruction. And I believe one of the most important of essential requirements when we go to visit another place is first of all know the place. If we know the place, and we can find people who never visit that place, and we can give instructions, directions, right? And it's really important to give them our best opinion, right? And I believe you're using the correct words with fluency, using a lot of synonyms, and it's really good and interesting, right? Because moreover, you're using your own opinion, and it was good. You know about place because you live in Bogota, yes. And for example, in my case, I don't know how to get to the place. Yes, I don't have idea about it, right? But if you try to tell me how to get it, it's easier for me, right?
Yeah,
If we talk about a foreigner, yes, because we can find a lot of foreigners in Bogota, eh, it will be a great helpful thing for them, right? Okay, Pipi, I believe it's been a good experience today talking about travel planes. Yes. So I want to congratulate you again for your commitment. And that is all for today. I don't know. I would like to ask you if you have any question, any doubt.
um, no, I have a question about the sun or I know. What is the last encounter? Because I have to
Okay,
start
we
I'm
have,
going to
yes, Anderson. We're going to work all this month. So the last week of this month, we are going to try to finish with the final exam, right? Of course, speaking session. But we have, I believe, 3 weeks more. Yes, taking into account this. Yes, this and two more, and we're going to finish it in this month. Mm. And yes, Thursday. Yes, you're right. Excuse me.
No, I have to go to some interviews and I have to take in account this time to can attend the whole meeting.
Of course. Okay, the most important thing is we can finish all of our encounters with calm in mind, with responsible. Yes, I believe it's very important.
Yeah, I give my job on Wednesday, so it's close.
Of course.
Okay, teacher,
That's
thank
really
you.
easy.
Yeah.
Okay, baby. Another question do you
No, that's the only one that I was saying.
have? Okay, so that's all today. We're going to finish with our encounter. Thank you very much again, and see you on our next encounter.
Okay, thank you so much, teacher. Bye.
Have a nice night. Thank you very much. Bye bye.